The anime series Initial D is very much a cult classic, spawning people making replica builds of cars from the anime, multiple cafes being opened in places like the USA and Japan, and also it being referenced in many memes and other anime. And with Initial D being such a cultural force that it is, it was guaranteed to make some guy somewhere pick up their pencil and start writing and creating their own series. And well, I seem to have found that series on a place called Webtoons. This manga here, it's called Streak, the local racing legend. Now quickly, I just want to talk about Webtoons as a whole. Webtoons is kind of just like its own like DIY website where somebody who wants to make their own comic and or manga can just post it to their website and it will get viewed by lots of people. It's a very cool website where you can find some very unique things like Sperm Man. And another great example of webcomics and webtoons is actually the series One Punch Man, which started out as a webcomic and definitely looked nothing like what it does now. So in this webcomic, we follow the main character called Aiden Taylor, and he's a very, very big car person. He goes to car shows, he has his own Logitech G29 racing wheel, and instead of driving something like, you know, an 8.6 or a Nissan Skyline, he drives Lester's car from GTA 5. His dad could not bishmala insure him a fucking Ford Mustang. I mean, let's be real though, no one's first car is gonna be a Ford Mustang or an 8.6, especially with these prices. Like, who fucking no one can afford that. So most folk out there are just gonna be driving whatever the hell they can get their hands on, whether it be like their parents' car or shitbox they can get off of like Auto Trader or even Facebook Marketplace for less than $3,000. And no, going on Facebook Marketplace and saying $200 pick up today for some guy's Supra is not an option. Okay, back to talking about the webcomic. So right now, there are only like 13 chapters or like 13 episodes or whatever the hell webcomic website calls them. But I've read through all of them just in one sitting. And it's because it gives off this like energy. It gives off a sense of real undying passion. And shameless plug here, but if you guys remember the Gunsmith Cats video from last year, oh my god, that was a long time ago. But anyways, if you remember, I was talking about how the author shows his passion for guns by showing all these other cool things and shit like that. Similar sort of idea with this webcomic here. Oh my god, the dude is passionate about cars. And also just a big fan about Initial D. He made an entire basically like tribute chapter, but in the form of calling it like a racing sim. Like this was definitely a reference to the first episode of Initial D, or first or second, something like that. And while we're talking about referencing Initial D, look at this art style. It looks very, very similar to Initial D. And continue on with looking at the art. Oh my god, this guy is literally drawing it on paper and then scanning it through into his computer and uploading it here. This shows some real fucking dedication, man. Like, I mean, I've always wanted to make my own, like, manga series or whatever. He's just put me to shame, man. Like, I clearly had all the time in the world to draw it out or whatever the fuck. This guy's just doing it. Like, I literally have no excuse now. Like, he's putting the people who, like, dream out, yeah, I want to make my own manga one day, but then they never do it to shame. Now, if I had the funds to support this guy and give this guy a drawing tablet, I 100% would. But I don't, so the best I could offer is just some used A4 paper, so yeah. But dude, open up a method so we can support you, please. Unless there is a way, and I'm just blind and haven't seen it, and actually, that's probably the reason why. But I can't lie, the only downfall of the series is the title, because whenever I hear the word streak, I don't think of, like, you know, Kill Streak from Call of Duty, or like, you know, Streak on the road. No, I think of a fucking shit stain. Now guys, if you haven't really stepped into the webtoon area and you happen to like cars, I would highly recommend you guys read this, because this is one hell of a fun, super relatable, like, book adventure thingy. Yeah, I can English. And also, it's gonna get better from here, because the author mentioned in a TikTok comment that, like, when I was asking if I could review this, he said that he's working on a race scene, if I can read correctly. So yeah, it's only going to get better from here on out. So guys, please read this, and if the author finds a way for us to support him, let's support him. Like, I am considering selling my entire Hot Wheels collection so I can give this guy like $5. So yeah, let's get this rolling. For me, this is definitely a 10 out of 10. I'm super excited to see where this series goes and how it's going to progress, and, you know, maybe he, like, gets a Mustang. That'll be kind of cool as well. Hopefully it does become an anime. That'll be, like, super cool. Maybe, like, Netflix or whatever the fuck agency is going to pick it up and turn it to anime. That'll be super fucking cool. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you also like car racing manga, click on this video here where I talk about the manga called Overrev. Anyways, thank you for watching and have a good day, and goodbye.